Welcome to Atomic Facepalm. I'm Chris.
And I'm Bre.
And coming up, we're talking about the 5 most anticipated games of 2017. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So here's what we're doing. We each narrowed down a list of a lot of games that we looked at. We're going to do a big list, at least I was. That kind of went out the window because there was too many of them. So we decided, hey, let's break it down to 5 games, which was not easy to do because there was actually a lot of good games coming out.
Yeah, no, there was a ton, hopefully.
Yeah. So what I did was I decided to go from starting at 5 and going up. So basically I'm going to say, here's my 5th one, and we're going to go up the list. What are you going to do, Bre?
I just got a list of 5 in no particular order of games I'm super excited to play this year.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and start off with my number 5. Mine, and I don't know if you can see my shirt, folks, but this right here, I'm looking in the camera to see myself, it's a vintage Dawn of War 2 t-shirt, which I got for free because it's an extra large from PAX at some point. Anyway, thought I'd get into the mood. So as you might suspect, my number 5 pick has something to do with Dawn of War. Dawn of War 3! The game with skinny pants Marines. But I still think it looks pretty damn good. So Dawn of War 2 is actually one of my favorite games of all time. It's up there on the list, I would say. Dawn of War 2 actually got me into Warhammer Tabletop, which is a pretty big part of my life. At least it was till it got cold and winter when we can't play outside anymore. But yes, so Warhammer basically became a big part of my life just because of that game. So I had been waiting for an actual proper sequel to Dawn of War 2 for a long time. Had a lot of like expansions that weren't that great. I'm still, like, it's on my list. It's number 5. So me and Bre went to PAX. Which PAX was it that had it? PAX
West.
East? West?
PAX West.
One of the PAXs. PAX I? PAX E? One of the PAX conventions had it. And we actually stood in line for a while to play it. Played it a few times.
We played it twice, I believe.
Yeah.
The line wasn't too long. It was pretty fun.
It was okay.
Didn't quite make my list, but it was fun.
So I'm still excited about it. Again, the video, the intro video, the teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it, was great. It made me cry a little because I love it so much. That said, the aesthetic of the way they made the Space Marines look was a little weird. I don't know if it's just because it was early. But everything about it looks great. It's just an RTS game, more like StarCraft 2, which I just suck at those games. That's my trepidation. Then I'm going to be really bad at it. Dawn of War 2 was more squad-based. So it's developed by Relic, who did games like Space Marine. They did the Dawn of War 2. They basically do a lot of Warhammer games. I think they did some other games before that. So it's going to release sometime in 2017. They haven't really specified when. I think it was maybe rumored like quarter 2. So yeah, I mean, I think it's looking pretty fun. We got to play, and we got to play as there's Imperial Knights, which are these big giant walkers, like the size of half a skyscraper.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and you get to be like a hero unit. I mean, it's basic RTS stuff with Warhammer. That's probably fine. So it's number 5. It's on there. What was your not number 5?
Well, I'm gonna go with A Night in the Woods because that comes out very soon. That's coming out, and
Night in the Woods. Huh. Okay.
Yep. So A Night in the Woods was a Kickstarter game. It's coming out February 21st. They finally released it. They'd been bumping it back a little bit, but so that's going to be really soon. So that will be my number 5. Like I said, it's a Kickstarter game. Really small, like 3 people are doing it together, but it's cool little art style, really nice dialogue, really looking interesting. You're come home from college and you go back to your hometown, and then some, weirdness starts happening, and then it's kind of an adventure game. Go around, explore the town, talk to tons of people. Supposedly you're able to interact with tons of people, and the dialogue, again, looks super awesome. Really stylish and fun. So I'm looking forward to that because that's just about a month away. It was going to originally come out in January, and I was really excited, but then they bumped it back because I think it's a small studio, but really looking, polished and perfect, and I'm excited. So it's going to come out for the PC, Mac, Linux, and the PS4. Yeah.
Sorry, I had a spider on my neck. Sorry. Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't mention Warhammer is coming out, I think, on PC, and I don't really care what else.
No.
Yeah. A Night in the Woods, adventure game, Kickstarter, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that popped out that was like super interesting, or is it just the overall feel of the game?
Yeah, that's actually the theme for almost all of my games is more than anything I judge a book by its cover. It's like art style is what really seems to draw me in.
Does that.
I I don't know. I see it like when a game is really themed in a certain style, it really draws me in. So this had a really cute style, and then as I watched the trailers and stuff, it looked cute. I liked it.
Yeah, and full disclosure here, we actually had a lot of duplicate entries on our list. This actually wasn't one of them. That's actually kind of neat sounding. No.
Oh.
I don't know how I missed it. So I'm actually, like, honestly, a lot of the games that came out recently, I'm blanking on a few of them, but Darkest Dungeon was a Kickstarter game, right?
Yeah, and I think a lot of my games are more of that, going that way.
Also, I will say, admittedly, I'm a bit of a PC snob. I'm also a game snob. And I was like, when I was making my list, I was like, I don't want any AAA games on here because, you know, there's AAA games and they're rich budget and numerous people and blah, blah, blah. And you'll see when I get to my number 4, I may have broken that rule a little bit. But
Well, now you're number 4. So that was my 5. I mean, again, no particular order, but that one's coming out soon. So I don't have to wait much longer. Finally going to be here.
My number 4 is Space Hulk. No, it's not Space Hulk. It's terrible. My number 4, actually, so I did a lot of shuffling here. I had my list going. There was a game I bumped off here, regrettably, but I wanted to keep it to 5. So my number 4, hey, you can't peek. You gotta wait till I say it. It's going to be...
It's hard. It's like a screen.
I know,
right
I was going to say
there.
that.
Okay.
So it's, my number 4 is Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. Yes, there are 7. There's actually way more Resident Evils than that because there was like spin-off games. I feel dirty putting it on here, but I don't feel dirty. It's, you know, you remember the Jim Gaffigan skit where he's talking about McDonald's and it's like, you know, people have their McDonald's, they like their junk food. I feel like this is kind of junk food.
Is that junk food?
It's from it's Capcom, like the hugest studio ever.
I don't think our list needs to be snobby and weird. Do you want to play the game?
I really do.
Then there you go.
And I really want to play it so bad. I actually wouldn't have given it a second thought. I actually do some freelance writing on the side, and I was covering this game, and the more I looked at it, I went, man, this game is pretty fucking awesome. I was a huge fan of Resident Evil 1 and 2. Didn't really play 3. I played a little bit of 3 later on in life. After that, I kind of lost interest in the series. I just thought it was stupid at that point. They changed the direction. This one, Resident Evil 7, is going back to kind of what made the first one great. Very, you're just an ordinary person in a mansion surrounded by a bunch of weird people, and you're just trying to survive. Less of a focus on combat, more of a focus on just terror and vulnerability and inventory management. People probably, that doesn't sounds great to me.
Terror and inventory management.
Yes, those things go together. It's just like Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
The best game ever. So it's coming out January 24th, which is just around the corner.
Ooh, that one's, is it really?
Yeah, well, yeah, believe me, the deadline was brutal for that article. So yeah, I think it's good. Oh, and I wanted to point out, again, I got my cheat sheet. Apologies. It looks a lot like True Detective Season 1, the only good season of True Detective. It takes place in a fictional town, Louisiana. So it's got these really cool, like, thematic bio elements. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played many of the Resident Evil games. I played one, and I got to a point where there was some guy with a chainsaw, and he was like 2 feet from me, and I was sweating.
That was Nemesis. That was the third one.
I don't know what it was, but I was out. I was like,
chainsaw hands.
yes, he came out with chainsaw hands. I realized I'm like sweating and my heart is bumping, and I'm just like, that's too much game for me.
Sounds like Green Room, the movie, only the game.
Yeah, so it was a little much. So didn't quite. I'm interested to try it, but I don't know if I'll make it through it. We'll see.
I will also bashfully admit, if I had my druthers, I'd play it on our shiny new PlayStation 4 Pro. But I can't play first-person shooters. Or not shooters, just first-person anything with a controller, so that's out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's like operating a crane. Chunk, chunk, chunk. What's your number 4 randomly?
My randomly number 4. So Little Nightmares, which is a game I came across like last week, and digging through some lists of other people's games, and I think I saw 30 seconds of this gameplay and was like, oh my god, I want that game so badly. It is such a cool and interesting, almost looks like claymation art style, puzzle platformer, which is, again, like what I love. I mean, it just looks...
I'm with you.
Yeah, so you play as a little trench coat wearing girl named Six, and she's getting kidnapped, and she's been taken to this creepy place called the Maw. And from what it looks like, it's kind of like she's forced to work there and gets an opportunity to escape, and it just looks like a creepy meat packing plant or something. I don't even know what it is.
Was she like miniaturized or something? Is that why it's...
I don't know why.
Because you're all like tiny in the demo or whatever.
Yeah, no, so she's tiny, and she's running around this world that's just, this big cook walking around, and he's all fat and disgusting and really creepy. just so cool looking. I know that you had this on
It's
your
on
list.
my list, damn it.
But I found it first, so I get claim on it because.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into the legalese on that one.
Yeah. It's made by a little studio, Tarsier Studios, and then picked up. It's going to be Bandai Namco. Coming out, they said spring 2017, but
From the fine makers of Pac-Man.
Yeah. I don't care. As long as I get this game, I really don't care.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, so PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Oh, it's a PlayStation 4 game.
Yeah.
So which platform will you play it on?
So, super.
No, seriously, what are you going to play it on?
Probably PC.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean,
Because we have that new PlayStation 4.
Yes. But anyways, this could be my number one, but it's out of order, so we'll leave that mystery up.
You cannot put quarters in it because it is out of order. Mm-hmm. Like a bathroom that you can't use. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, speaking of bathrooms, number 3. It has no bathroom relation. Mine is actually Hollow Knight, as in Knigt. Like it's a knight, but he's hollow on the inside. I also have a thing for platformers, apparently. Mm-hmm. Actually, I just downloaded Rise and Shine, which I'm pretty psyched to play somewhat after we're done with this. So Hollow Knight, I don't know a great deal about it. I watched some gameplay footage, and that kind of was enough for me. It's a very Victorian, almost anime, like Princess Mononoke, almost art style, but put into a Victorian setting. You play as a little ghost guy. It kind of looks like Braid as far as the gameplay goes. So it has very simple elements, at least from what I could see in the video. Developed by a team. This one's also Kickstarter. It's now in development, so it's out of Kickstarter. Team Cherry. Talking about a late release in 2017. It looks like just your kind of very cool, tough platformer built off a very cool graphics engine. So the music is also fantastic. Like it's great classical music, pianos and percussion, and violins and stuff, like by an actual somewhat well-known composer. I don't know many composers, so I'll take their word for it. But I was, legitimately psyched for it. And I believe it's coming out in PC and Xbox, maybe PlayStation 4.
Okay.
I will definitely play that on the PlayStation if it comes out, because again, I like platformers on the big old TV.
No, it sounds interesting. I actually have not heard of that one either.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
Fun. How about you? What's next on your list?
I'm going to go with Cuphead and Don't Deal with the Devil. And this is very similar.
Weird-ass name.
That's
Why not?
Very similar to Little Nightmares, and I don't even think I saw the gameplay. I just saw a screenshot of this game, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. So it is actually traditional cell animation. So it's
like cell, like
so they drew and painted and did every little cell. It looks just like a 1920s or 30s cartoon.
Oh, I remember this game now. You showed it to me. Yeah, it looked pretty badass.
No, it looks so cool, and everything is all hand done. Watercolor backgrounds, original jazz recordings. Looks amazing. So it's kind of
It's kind of like violent though, isn't it?
Yeah, really, because they Cuphead, and I think it's Mugman. Cuphead. So there's actually 2 characters, and you can play local co-op, or you can play with each one.
It's got probably the best name award of 2017 so far.
Cuphead and Don't Deal with the Devil.
Yeah.
So they sell their soul, and they make a deal with the devil, and then they've got to escape.
That was foolish.
Yeah.
Hence, don't
do that.
Don't
deal with the devil. They tell you right from the start, don't do it.
An animated cell.
Yeah, so tons of action in it, platformer. It means I probably won't be super great at it, but it looks just so cool. Mid 2017, Xbox and PC is kind of what they're thinking.
Yeah. Actually, I remember seeing that, and I probably would have put that on my list too. I forgot the name of it, actually, which is probably the reason I left it off. So for me, my number 2 is a game called Ruiner, which we actually saw it in PAX, one of them again. I remember.
East, I believe.
Yeah, that was PAX East last year. It is developed by Raycon Games. They're a very indie studio, published by Devolver Digital. They've done games such as Shadow Warrior, the recent one that came out, and a few others, I believe. Pretty good.
Enter the Gungeon?
Yeah, pretty good little studio there for a publishing house. So this game is a top-down perspective, very much like the old Syndicate way back in the 90s. It's kind of anime-inspired, so they sort of based it off Akira with an aesthetic of Blade Runner. Really cool art design, and the music is so haunting and neat. It's like right out of an anime film such as Akira. or even Blade Runner, even though it's not anime. The idea is you've got a little guy, and you go through these missions, and it's kind of point and click. It's very old school, so you got to point and click really fast, and you do combos, and your guy dies a lot. Pretty tough. I died a whole bunch when I played the demo, but it's really satisfying, rewarding gameplay when you can string together combos. It's almost like Batman Arkham Asylum, or maybe some of those other games I'm not aware of, where you chain combos together. But instead of being the first-person perspective, it's top-down. So I'm very psyched for that. It's supposed to come out again sometime 2017, not sure when. Fairly certain it's PC only right now. Could be wrong in that because I was too lazy to do the damn research. But I know it's on PC. I'm not sure what else it's on. But yeah, Ruiner's right up there. I'm really looking forward to that. I like my retro old school games. How about you? What else you got over there?
Well, timely. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I
thought that'd be like your top.
It is in my top because it means I have to buy a Nintendo Switch. So you couldn't play it on the Wii U.
I thought we could. Wait, we just had this discussion.
I know. So you can play it on the Wii U, but it's not as good on the Wii U.
It's okay.
Tainted on the Wii U. So, do I want to pay $359 to just play The Legend of Zelda? I kind of do. So, I'm still... But... It's a launch title for the Nintendo Switch coming out March 3rd. The big open world environment. It's supposed to be huge, like way bigger than even Twilight Princess, like 12 times larger.
Oh.
And what I think is kind of cool about it is, so it's open world, and you kind of wake up and everything is, it's 20 years in the future after everything happened, and things are kind of buried, and you can go through the dungeons in any order. So you don't have to go to the fire one and the ice one. You kind of experience the world a little bit more.
That's like the original Legend of Zelda.
Yes, honestly. Exactly. So they're kind of going back to that, but then giving you a huge open world to experience. And
like the original Zelda. So it sounds like this is kind of like almost like Resident Evil for me. It sounds like a throwback to...
Yeah. So it's looking really good and looks really fancy on the new Switch. And everybody that's played it, any of it at the things, is saying it's amazing and awesome. So that is...
Do they have that weird hamburger eating game where you put up the Switch controller and you like and like you eat something in the game?
What are you talking about?
You didn't see that? So, it's like this meme that's going on. So you can look it up. It's like Switch guy eating, and the controller has a little motion sensor, right? Just like the nunchuck or whatever. And they have this mini game apparently where you hold up your mouth to it. This looks really phallic, and I apologize to everyone. But you're like, you move it, like faster you move your lips or mouth, the more like the thing gets eaten. This is like a stupid little mini game, and people look ridiculous.
Oh,
it's
amazing!
No
I looked at like Bomberman and a couple other things.
I'm
really excited about Bomberman. That almost made the list, but I got to see it. There's been a lot of Bomberman, so we'll see how that one goes. But definitely Zelda made my list.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we actually have our web mascot here, who is also named Zelda.
My dog is named Zelda, because I love Zelda so much.
Here she comes. See, you just called
her. Sorry. That's actually probably why she's in here. You can see her tail. Yep, there she is.
It's fine.
Okay. So, your number one in order list game is...
I don't want to tell anyone.
Okay.
It's Strafe. So Strafe is a game that's super, super indie. It's like a one-man development studio unless something has changed since I met him at PAX East. Strafe is a game that is designed unabashedly off Quake, the original Quake. Let me just go ahead and... that Quake right there. That's love, folks. Yeah, it's a little faded, actually. So, Quake. My favorite game of all time. Obviously, I put a damn tattoo on my arm. So Strafe basically calls back to that era. So much so if you go to the website, which is Pixel Titans, I guess he named his company.
Oh, huh.
It's a cool name. It's like a 1996 website. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm remembering this.
Yeah, okay. So it's really cool. The idea, it really is just kind of Quake with roguelike elements. I'm getting a little sick of roguelike stuff, honestly, but it works in this game. It's like you're trying to do a Quake speedrun and not get killed and see how far you can get. It's a very obviously basic design, but for me, boy, you're speaking right to my heart. It looked like a game made out of pure love of that type of franchise. So really basic isometric polygons, but the guy understood what made Quake great, which was really cool feedback from weapons like the rocket launcher, like things like the nail gun, which he has some sort of kind of facsimile to. So, oh my God, I can't wait to play this game. Really hope he said he was going to make some control options, because when I was at PAX, I couldn't play it because I don't use WASD. I'm telling you, we're going to get this video out at some point. But I have a really messed up control scheme. So yeah, that's my number 1. Strafe. That's also Bre's number 1.
No, it's not.
Oh.
That sounds like not a game I'd be terrible at.
See what you got here.
So my number 1 is Pyar by Supergiant. I love everything that they put out. I love Transistor. I love Bastion.
Bastion was amazing.
Transistor, I could just listen to that game forever and ever. You know, they always do a game where it's really this interesting world where everything fits together. It's very, I don't know, I love their game. So this is a party-based RPG, and you're set in some sort of bizarro purgatory area where you're supposed to be escaping from that. I don't really understand the full thing, but so you're controlling your party. And then it's coming out for the PC, PS4 sometime in 2017. So there's really loose date on this, which is killing me.
I feel like most of ours are sometime in 2017.
A lot of these actually had mid or, Q1, Q2. This is just any old time in 2017. And I've seen it at PAX East and PAX West, I believe. And it's just not, please come out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I'm really excited for the game. The look of it's so cool.
Pyar, Supergiant. Yeah. I didn't really play Transistor, but Bastion was one of my favorite games when that came out. They're consistently a quality studio,
yes.
I feel like.
And just everything about the game fits that style of that game, whatever it is, and they're slightly different. And this is looking to be just like that. It's just so cool.
Yeah. Also, special call out to Hob, which we both wanted to have on our list, but sadly that doesn't look like that's going to come out in 2017. If it does, text me, Wonder. But yeah, we're not sure. So again, that's one game that we both enjoyed. Played it a little bit for what they had, and it's looking really great. Just no concrete date at all of when it's going to show up.
So that would definitely bump off. Well, I don't know what it'd bump off.
Can
I just add to my list?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's really hard.
It would just add to my list, but I am really looking forward to that game.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Those are our games. That's what we're looking forward to.
And so many more, honestly. I really had a huge list, but if I had to make 5, that's my list.
And there you have it. Thank you for tuning in to Atomic Facepalm. Once again, this is Chris.
And I'm Bre.
Tune in next time. Good luck and have fun. Dawn of War!